parentheses key. One more little quick tidbit for hotkeys is the Greek letters, and we can quickly get Greek letters by typing Control G for Greek, followed by the letter that we want. So I just typed a P for pi. If I type Control G followed by Shift P, then I get a capital Pi. So the one trick to this is you kind of have to know what Greek letter you want. So like delta is a D in Greek, so I would type Control G followed by D to get delta, or I could type Control G followed by capital D to get a capital delta. You can, of course, always choose these off the menu, and if you're not sure what it is, like if you don't know what this letter here is, remember you can look, if you look at the bottom of my MathType screen right now, it says Control G, K. So if you're going to use this letter a lot, you can access it by either using the mouse menu or by typing Control G, K. Now, one of the last things I want to talk about in this lesson is how you make your own hotkeys. So let's say you're going to do a worksheet with a whole bunch of division problems in it. So you want to do, say, 15 divided by, which you'd find up in this menu, see it right there. And you can see the hotkey right now, which is at the bottom of the screen right now, Control Shift K followed by a slash mark. Well, that really isn't very convenient, and I'm going to use this a ton in this. I want to use this over and over and over. And so, rather than pulling it off the mouse menu every time, I would like Control D to be division now. And so what I'm going to do is, while I have the equation open, I'm going to go up to Preferences, Customize Keyboard. And one of the great things is if you've just used the command, you can just go to this Recently Used Symbols and Templates, and notice that right there is the division sign. And so I can just highlight that and then type in my new shortcut key, which I want to be Control D for division, which just makes it easy. And then remember that this won't work until you hit Assign. And so I'm going to actually just remove this other shortcut because I'm never going to use it, and I'm just going to use Control D from now on for division. And so that will be set on this computer for as long as I use it. So now I should just be able to type 16 Control D 4 for 16 divided by 4. And you can do that with any of the keys you see up here. So if you know you're going to use something a lot, like if you know you're going to use that nth root quite a bit in a lecture, you can just assign, say, Control N to nth root. Or if you know you're going to use this integral symbol a lot, and you don't want to use Control, well, let's say this one, you don't want to use Control Shift I followed by exclamation point, you could temporarily assign that a new hotkey like Control I or Control N or whatever you'd like. And again, the easiest way to do it is just pull it up first and then go to Preferences, Customize Keyboard, Recently Used Commands, and you'll see that symbol right in there. That's much easier than finding it in these toolbar commands. You can find it in there, but you have to kind of go through all of the symbols, and you have to know what the symbol is called. Whereas if you just use it once, then you can pull it off of the recently used commands. So that's just the end of this lesson, and that's just using some hotkeys to make your life a little bit easier. The less you have to go reaching for your mouse, the faster it is to use MathType, and the more fluid it is. You can just talk as you write if you're, for example, doing a Camtasia video, and it won't be as halting to the students picking the buttons over and over. It'll be just like what you say is what they see on the screen. Kind of like when you write on the board. What you say is what you write on the board, hopefully, and it's a really seamless transition.